Do you want quick success in all areas of your life? The 80-20 rule will bring quick success, yet you don't have to do as much work as you thought you would. This this rule will help you in business, fitness, dating, etc. So allow me to elaborate. So 80% of the results comes from 20% of the work, and the 20% is the main task. All the other things that you do are extra. For example, I'm recording a YouTube video. I could be changing my profile picture, I could be changing the description, I could be changing the thumbnail, changing the title, whatever. Those are the small tasks which aren't really going to give me the result. The thing that's going to give me the result is the core task, the main task, which is record the video, upload the video. That's the main thing. That is the 80-20 rule, an example of the 80-20 rule. Another example, I plant, I harvest food. When I harvest food, I realize 20% of the crops produce 80% of the food, and the other 80% produce less 20% of the food, which is an example of it's another example, but it's not a very effective example. Just think of the YouTube example. I make the video, it takes me a few minutes, and maybe I do that every day. It adds up to like maybe an hour, 1 hour per week, 2 hours, 10 hours per week. Most people work for 12-hour shifts, 6 hour, 7 hour shifts. Some people even work 24-hour shifts. Actually, no one can work 24-hour shifts. But let's say they work 12-hour shifts, half the day is gone. So I'm just working for 1 hour, 2 hours, and in a few years' time, I'll be more successful than them when they work harder than me. The concept of working harder in business usually will give you less results rather than work, uh, if you focus on the main task. Let me give you another example. If I go to a boxing gym, I'm stealing this example from Hamza. You know Hamza, the whoever knows him will recognize. But I'm just trying to I recognize this rule is so important because I wanted to make another video about it. So I go to the boxing gym. I want to become a champion. I want to become rich. Okay, my goal is to become rich. I decide to start boxing. So the main task is to train, spar, train, and fight in the tournaments, turn professional, become the champion. That's the core task. The extra shit, which is not going to give me the results, will be becoming a coach. I heard a lot of amateur boxers will become coaches, and I'm thinking, you don't have enough experience. You're like amateur boxer, you're not a professional, but you can still teach someone something, I guess. So you're gonna make money doing coaching as a boxer, but you're gonna end up overworking yourself. You're gonna end up straining yourself, training so many people for a day. You're gonna end up taking days off. Rather than when you train, you're mainly focusing on yourself, and you're gonna end up getting more results. Rather than you focusing on so many people and you're getting less results. You're only getting a couple $1,000 in your gym, but you can be earning a couple $1,000,000 every year by just going to one single fight, a high pay-per-view fight. So what can you take away from this video? Focus on the core task. You want to gain muscle? Go to the gym, train, train, eat, sleep. Train, focus on your diet and sleep. Core task. The extra shit is buying maybe supplements. You can buy supplements, but um, maybe uh basically I'm trying to think of an example, but we all know the core task is to go to the gym and work out, eat, sleep. um okay, fuck that. Just give me one moment. Okay, this rule will help you, will make you work less, as I said before, and produce more results. When you're doing a business and you maybe uh, focus on changing the product name, changing the profile picture, checking your DMs, your direct messages for business opportunities or whatever, you can do that. But the main thing is there is to sell the product, make the product, sell the product. Easy. Focusing on business calls and all the extra shit is not gonna, it's going to help you, but the main thing is to focus on selling, no, making and selling or producing content. So focus on the main task. Just give me 1 second. Okay. um how to, this is the last thing I'm going to explain, how to use it in your everyday life. Go to school. Start, the main thing is to study. That's it. Study, get enough rest, don't burn out, and you'll become the best student. Rather than, maybe you can do the extra shit. It's going to make you a little bit more successful, but the main thing, as I'm trying to tell you, is you can become that successful. You can become as successful as the person who's doing everything just by doing the main thing, the main task. So if you want to do the extra stuff, you can do it. Like going asking your teacher about the next about to help you basically about this, your next exam, or maybe starting a study group with your friends, or maybe attending extra lessons. The main thing you have to do in school is study. The main thing you have to do in the gym is work out. The main thing you have to do for business is produce and sell. Produce and sell, produce and sell. The main thing you do for content creation, make the video, post the video. And you can, if you want to work, if you work too hard in your content creation, or your business, or you're selling the product, you're going to end up producing less quality products, and you're going to end up giving less valuable advice, which will cause you to make less sales anyway. You're working harder, you're making less results. Rather than, when you work less, you produce better results because you have high quality products, high quality content. Use this in your everyday life. If you enjoy this video, let me know, leave a like, whatever, and apply this rule in your life. Peace.